Well, just one trimester into MBA, and I was starting to feel that the dynamics of humor in my life is changing. Instead of cracking the joke, I had started to become the joke. So I decided, yeah, well, let's make this video and set things straight. You're going to be able to connect to the stuff I'm going to say in this video if you are pursuing your MBA, say first year, second year, or if you're a pass out, anything. And I hope that the stuff I'm going to say in this video is going to bring you happiness and going to make you laugh. If you're not pursuing your MBA, well, your life is going to be happy as it is, I'm pretty sure. So, well, I'm going to discuss two famous catchphrases that are used in MBA, and I'm also going to tell you when you can use each of these. The first is it depends, and the other is it's random. Yeah. Uh, so let's start with it depends. When can you use it depends? So when you are not sure about something that is very important, and you have spent 20 freaking lakh rupees on your degree, that is when you say it depends, just to sound professional. So as a marketing manager, say your boss walks up to you and she asks you, so do you think this repositioning is going to work in the favor of a brand? And there you are, sitting, having absolutely no clue what positioning means. Because in that particular Zoom lecture, you had switched off your video and gone to sleep. Yeah. So what do you say? You say, well, ma'am, it depends. I'm fairly confident that the team has done a good job. But yeah, it does depend. And after all, your boss is also going to be someone who's an MBA, and she's just going to smile at you, nod, and walk off. A more immediate use of it depends is something maybe you can use tomorrow. Is in a 9 a.m. lecture if you're cold called. Neither have you done the pre-read, nor have you heard the question. So that is where also you can use it depends. So you can say, sir, it depends. And then you can go ahead and explain the only three concepts you know in that subject. Obviously, the professor is going to understand that you're trying to gas, but the professor is also going to be impressed because, well, at least you know three concepts from the subject. And the other is it's random. So quite a few things these days I feel is random, starting with the acad group distribution. Maybe you used to pin someone's video and that person lands up in your academic group. And was it random or is EGDM watching? The other example of it's random is, for example, me, I'm used to guessing in class. I have no clue, but I say something. And in the quiz, I don't score. So what do I say? I say it's all random. In an interview, if I have not read relevant stuff and I speak anything in the JD, I speak absolute BS in the interview. At such a time, I don't make it through to the next round. What do I say? I say it's all random. So it is random is basically a grown-up version of the grapes are sour. And guys, how were your end-term examinations? I had a very nice time and I slept. I slept so much. I used to sleep for 8 hours in the night and 2 hours during the day. And it was the best time in the entire first term. And there are two kinds of things that go on in the mind of people during the exams. One is DML and the other is FML. DML, for any of you who do not know, means Dean's Merit List. So if you are among the top 30 of the batch academically, you are awarded this title, and it's very difficult to get, and it's even more difficult to sustain. So that is DML. And what is FML? I hope that requires no explanation. I belong to this lot. What goes on during the exam in my mind is FML. And my constant routine is Karam Ramwanu, Juice Pivanu, Majani life. And anyway, I am too cool for all of this academics and all, especially because it's all random. Yeah. One bad thing about the exams was that there was no one else in the room. There is no person sitting diagonally, and there's no peeping into their paper trying to look for the correct answer. There is no, there's none of that. There's no one allowed in the room. In fact, you're not allowed to make a loud noise. And it's a bit overwhelming, yeah. And the closest thing to a human interaction is those little messages those proctors used to send to us during the examinations. I'm not going to lie, to be honest, there were incidents when I purposely made a loud noise just to draw the attention of my proctor, who's probably asleep. And there I am, I make a noise, and the proctor is like, and then he's like, okay, he'll type a message, hey, there was a loud noise on your screen, did you fart? So yeah, and to be honest, I'm getting to this part where I have to admit that MBA is a great learning experience. It's a great realization process. At 3 a.m. in the morning, when you're working on a particular case competition that neither has sufficient data, nor does it have a PPO offer at the end of the campus round, you realize that this was a mistake. When out of FOMO, you have enrolled for 100 clubs and they all have upcoming events and the timelines are clashing, that is when you realize that this was a mistake. When you wake up at 8:45 a.m. in the morning and 5 minutes later, you're brushing your teeth and your phone rings, there's a notification that says Zoom call scheduled in 10 minutes. That is when you realize this entire idea of an online MBA, maybe it was a mistake. And anything in an MBA that is not a mistake is a great CV point. Now, I'm sure people are going to ask me when I upload this video, man, how do you get time to do all of this? How are you having so much free time during MBA? So to answer that, my first term was full of mistakes. And I genuinely needed a CV point, something that I can show uh, during an interview. So yes, this is my CV point and that's my time. Thank you for listening.